Hello, everybody. Hi, Annie. Annie, thank you so much for being here. Well, we are back now to 2025. We are going to do the predictions. First of all, I would like to do a huge shout out to all my subscribers. I don't get a chance to do this very often, and I just want you to know that I love and appreciate all of you. Um, and thank you for your comments, your likes, your shares that you've given me all through the year, and thank you to the moderators. And Annie, you are a rock star. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. And for all my new subscribers, I thank you so much for being here. And um, I want to just give you just a briefing of who I am. I'm Kelly. I'm a healer. I'm an intuitive and a reader. I do hands-on healing and remote healing. I work the healing I do is spiritual and energy healing. I also do cord cutting and energy clearing, and I also do readings. My healing sessions are 2 hours. The first hour, I am working on any health concern that you may have. In the session consists of what you come to me for. And so somebody might come to me for cord cutting and chakra alignment or just clearing their energy. That part of the session is an hour long. The second hour is me either on a video call with you or on a phone call with you. And that's kind of your reading. I provide you with the messages I received, insight, guidance, and then I also give you healing tools to help you along. And that is an hour long. So that's where the 2 hours comes in. A 2 hour session is $175. However, I have a monthly service that I have clients that see me once a month, and that's $125 for my monthly clients. My readings, I do two different kinds of readings. You can provide me with your questions before your reading, and I do up to 10 questions at a time, and then we'll schedule a session, and then I'll provide you with your answers. And then I also just have like the general reading where we can cover health, money, job, work, love, relationships. Anyway, that's just a briefing. I know everybody in here knows what I do, but for the people coming in that are new, because I have gained a few new subscribers, and I'm very, very grateful. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I love and appreciate you all. So let's jump into it. I was going to rewrite these this morning, write them out. So they weren't such scribbles, but I didn't. So anyway, just bear with me. We're gonna get through this. I have 4 pages here, so let's get going. Let me just quick say hi, Annie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Jessica, hello. Maria, hi. Jessica, hi. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. So the first thing I got was that there is going to be something newsworthy January 7th. And so I have January 7th explanation point. Next thing I got is Cincinnati, Ohio, that there will be something happening there this year that will make the news. Homelessness is going to be addressed this year. And I know it was addressed last year somewhat, but it's going to be addressed even more. And I know, like, even in areas here in California, they're going to be addressing the healthcare needs of the homeless too. This I got I got that there's going to be health issues with past presidents, that I see. I can see him in the hospital and possibly passing. So that's for the past presidents. And this is just kind of random. And one of the names, well, a couple of them, I guess, are kind of familiar, but they they came in and I just wrote them down that there's going to be something with them, um, either with their health or, maybe doing something with their careers that, they have been maybe almost like in retirement and then all of a sudden they come back out. But the names I got Emmylou Harris, and um, I just don't know much about her, but I got that we are going to be hearing something about her this year. Liza Minnelli and Jack Nicholson. And this one was really kind of weird. It was Jonathan Taylor. I had to look him up um, because and he was a child actor on a sitcom. And so I think he's been retired and not working. So maybe he comes out. But anyway, those I'm just passing on the what I got. I got world leader or leaders falling from power. And I also got one could be taken out. I got a toxic spill in either our waterways or on land, either from a large ship or it could be a train derailment or something. But I saw a toxic spill. Families downsizing this year and really getting rid of stuff that they no longer need, clearing out, just clearing out and downsizing. Um, and it could be even that you're looking for a smaller house. It could be family members maybe possibly moving back in. But I got exploring and researching cities, climates, air quality, and housing prices. I also got that people are moving from the southern states that have been impacted by hurricanes due to the increased cost of insurance and the property value dropping. And this is just so random. I got ginger. So that ginger is going to be good to incorporate it more into our diets this year. Alternative health rising, where we're really looking at our health and really taking care of our health and doing a deeper dive into alternative medicines, plant and herbal, and even sun remedies. And all of us are healers, and so some of us might even be looking to start doing healing, or even just start working on healing ourselves is going to be big this year. Working with healers, I got sound healing, working with crystals. All those modalities are going to be really big this year. Weight loss drugs, there's going to be more options and lower costs on them. I saw pearls and diamonds, the prices going down on pearls and diamonds. I saw silver going up. This year is going to be a year of radical self-care, that we are just really going to be taking care of our mental health, our emotional health, our spiritual health, and our physical health, that we all are just going to be taking a look, just an inner and outer evaluation, and just really taking care of ourselves. Excuse me. This is I spoke on this last year, and we're going to start seeing a use of more self-driving cars. they're just going to be they're we're going to start seeing more and more of them. I do get there's going to be some issues with them, um, but they'll be sorted out. Flying cars, I got are up next, and we're going to see solar cars, but the gas and oil companies are going to try to put a stop to it because it's gonna it yeah, it'll dip into their earnings. I get that we're going to see more advanced ways of AI, and so like more AI in robotic surgeries in the workplace. But I also got that there's going to be new there's gonna be new regulations on it before it gets out of hand. Mainstream media, I got less people are going to be watching it. More people are going to just not be watching, or just catch they'll just watch shorts or catch a little bit on YouTube. But I see like the mainstream media news people just aren't going to be watching. And partially it's because of that radical self-care that it's too much, and so people just you can see it already. I mean, I can see it even with myself. I get that there's going to be confusion. I got confusion and chaos in our waterways with ships and submarines. Spiritual world and communities coming together, and bringing light to our world and humanity, which I think is really beautiful. And anytime that we can come together in a community and just bring light and love, to one another and to our collective is it's beautiful. It really is. This year, I know last year I told you, I remember telling you all to do the upgrades in your house and get all that done last year. And I understand now why, because this year I get that we need to conserve. We need to conserve our resources. We need to conserve our money and energy and electrical energy too. Um, that it's going to be a year of just like cutting back and not that it's a bad thing. I mean, it can be really, it can be a good thing too. And I got that we really need to, and this comes up a couple times. We need to really be aware of our surroundings while we're out, especially in large gatherings. Unfortunately, I get more mass shootings and assassination attempts on people in power. Let's just hope and pray that there isn't. I get large protests. I do see that there may be another virus or a virus mutation that we might be needing to deal with and look at. I do get that if the president acts on this right away, it won't be a huge concern. Um, so let's prayers for that too. I do see the president having either heart issues or possible stroke, but they're gonna try to make it seem like it didn't happen, or um they're gonna undermine it and just say that it wasn't very serious, and just really be lighthearted about it. And there goes the heart again. However, we'll be able to see the signs. The signs we'll be able to see them. Large waves. I don't get tsunami, but I got large waves along the coast of the US and Asia. And I got some cities. I got Nantucket, Williamton, North Carolina, and Petersburg. And so it is going to be a huge year for water and fire. Um, and so I don't have hurricane written down, but the waves look and appear to be as big as hurricane waves. In vitro fertilization, I get that there's going to be new ways to make the process easier and even more effective. New York, there's a lot going on the East Coast this year, and what I got, thank you, um, is that there's for people that live in the East Coast or are traveling to the East Coast. I don't mean this to be fearful at all, but I just get that you got to use a little extra caution in New York in that East Coast area, in large crowds and gatherings. I got something around the Rockefeller Center. And now, dipping away from the East Coast, I also got the Epcot Center, that there should be a little bit extra awareness around the Epcot Center. I got this year is going to be a huge year of enlightenment and awakening in spiritual growth. So for all of us, here, I mean, let's embrace that, because that's so cool. And that's why we're here. That's, we're embarking on our awakening, and in just, expanding our spiritual growth. I got for some this year, it's gonna be as though some people, it's gonna be like they've been living in a fog for like years, and all of a sudden, like, the fog has lifted and they begin seeing clearly, and almost like, what have I been doing the last couple of years, and just really, like, there's like a coming, I want to say coming to Jesus moment, but just like awareness, just like an awareness like they've never had before. They begin to see things clearly, and that's beautiful too. And this is going to have them like reevaluating their beliefs and what's important for them, and really kind of coming back to the values of family and friendships, and just our time, and our health and happiness, and just most of all, um, like a coming together and a love for one another, which also I think is really beautiful. UFOs. And I know I spoke on this last year on my predictions, that there was going to be more in 2024, which there was, but there's going to be even more and more people seeing them this year and talking and sharing about their experiences. And I had a huge one this year that I shared. And so if I know most of you probably here have heard about it. So if anybody is watching this and hasn't and wants to know about it, you can just let me know in the comments, and I will share the I think I shared it in a couple of videos, and I can share those with you if you want to hear about my UFO sighting. I got that gardens are going to be huge this year. Community gardens, personal gardens, and that it's going to be a great year to even plant bigger gardens. And gardens too they're so therapeutic. They're good because we get our hands and our feet in the dirt, and it keeps us grounded, and then we get to, reap the rewards of what we planted. And so gardens is going to be huge. And they said that, planting more, this is going to allow you to share with neighbors and friends and family. And I also see that people, and I know some people already do this, but this year I saw that people are going to be like setting like almost like a tarp, like a tarp out on their curb or driveway or like a small table, and that they put their produce out there for people that are walking by and coming by to help take and just, passing the love on. I get that sharing is gonna be huge this year, and that we're gonna see it we'll be able to see it with on social media, that there's gonna be sites that just have stuff that they're giving, that you can go on there, and it's people that will are just saying, "I have this, you can have this, you can have that." But I see that there's gonna be even almost like people like bartering, like, I have this coffee pot, and if somebody wants it, I'll give it away for a case of water type of thing. But I got that people are going to be just sharing and giving away um, food items, clothes items, household items, and tools. Community, which I am beyond grateful for all of you. That community this year is going to be a big part of our lives, and it's going to be huge on our mental health this year. Um, and so whether it's the people here, or it could even be local, online, it's our soul tribe. We're really going to be coming together and just really needing one another this year. And this is for entertainment. All of this is for entertainment purposes only. Stock. If you have investments in the stock market, I get that it's going to be a real roller coaster year. And so if this is going to play a part on your health and stress you out, it might be a good time to get out. Otherwise, if you're fine with it, then I recommend staying in for the long haul and then just not looking at it, especially if it's going to stress you out and affect your well-being. This is interesting. I get that there's going to be different apparatuses to communicate with. Um, so something different from our computers and telephones. It's going to be a different apparatus to communicate with others with. I got extreme weather conditions, even more severe than 2024. I've got major flooding, and I got that this could cause problems with our drinking water. So again, to have extra water on hand would be really important. I got major earthquakes and volcanic ruptures, and I got Mount St. Helens, and hurricanes and fires and tornadoes like we haven't seen before too. And I know this was on my 2024 predictions too, that we would see these things happening in places that we've never seen before, and it did. This year we had a tornado in San Francisco, and we had a hurricane here in California. So it's going to be continuing into 2025. It's going to be, the fires, the tornadoes, and obviously it can be in places that are common, tornadoes in the Midwest. But the thing of it is, it's going to be in places that we haven't seen before. And I do get some of the tornadoes could be kind of bad. But it's a reminder that we are to live in faith and not fear, that it's just, when these things happen, it's just clearing the energy and bringing in new things. So yeah, just remember that we have to live in faith and just let that fear go. There will be there's gonna there will be attention directed to our mental health crisis in the US this year. However, our leaders are wanting to address this rather than our gun laws. And so thank you. They're going to, which is good because the mental health has to be addressed too. And so, that is a blessing, and that's something that we can be grateful for. However, they're doing it so they don't have to address the gun laws. And this seems really odd, but I'm gonna give everybody heads up. It's gonna be a year of where it seems like, are we in Mercury retrograde? Because we're gonna have issues with our electronics and appliances. And we do have 3 Mercury retrogrades, but this kind of goes beyond it. So, you know, I would check in on your appliances and, maybe pull them out, clean them, what have you. Um, but I get that and I know it seems odd that there's going to be just appliance issues and electronic issues this year. And then I get it, and it's always good to be prepared. But this year, especially, to make sure that you just have extra supplies on hands, extra drinking water, batteries, and to pay attention to air quality, because I get that that can be an issue, I suppose, because of all the fires that could be popping up. But they were sure to tell me to pay attention to the air quality no matter where you live. People will be leaning in and listening to meditations more this year, and this is beautiful. I mean, and I think we all do this, but this year we're going to take it to another. It's going to come to another level of meditating, that we're just going to be doing more and more and more of it, and it's going to be a way of taking care of our health and our nervous systems. And people will find themselves, probably consciously and unconsciously, just feeling the urge and the need to get out in nature more this year. And whether it's consciously or unconsciously, it's going to be ways of regulating your nervous system. And so connecting with plants and trees, hiking, camping, walking, just sitting in nature we're gonna see more of it. And I encourage everybody to get out in nature more this year. This is kind of heavy, but I do see that there's going to be food-borne illnesses, especially in our meats and our vegetables, and so in our foods, and I get pets too, and so we really need to be conscious of this. And then I got that, and they literally showed me it was like a cupboard. It was tall with shelves, and it was just covered in cans and bags of beans. And so they're like beans that, I don't want everybody to go, crazy and stockpile beans, but I get that having extra beans and even peanut butter just for protein, um, to have on hand. And a person will use them, whether we see it or we don't, because everything's free will. And so but I did get that. I got darkness, corruption, and greed will be brought to light, and it's like loud clap for that. um I got that the darkness of corruption and greed in government, sports, media, and politics will be brought to light. So, yeah, I say amen to that. Online sports gambling, there's going to be more rules and regulations because it's becoming an issue and getting out of hand. Hackers are going to I got getting more aggressive this year, targeting our banks, our hospitals, our electrical grids, um, our power and water plants. And there again, the water comes up just to make sure that you have extra water stuck away. The 2025 solar flares I got that are going to be more intense this year, and is going to play a factor in our health and our technology. So that's probably, between that and the Mercury retrograde is maybe why the appliance and the computers and all that are coming up. Breakthrough in Alzheimer's and cancer treatments. I got that there's going to be new medication to treat them. So that's amen to that too. Um, and this was really interesting. They said that we really need to pay attention to our pets, animals, if we live on a farm or the animals in nature, that we really need to pay attention to their behavior and behavioral patterns. And I got birds too. And they kept showing me like birds like flying in a certain direction, and that we really need to kind of coming back to the days where we really did look to nature and animals to let us know what was going on, and that we need to pay attention to the birds' flight patterns, and and not only that, but to their noises and the sounds that they make. That if to let us know if something's off, I guess is what it is, because I just got that we have to pay attention to our pets and animals, and it could be possibly the bird flu, because I I do see that if we don't get that under reins, it is going to get bigger, unfortunately. So that is about it on the predictions. Um, I This is just a kind of a rundown of 2025. That 2025 is a 9 year, and so it's a year of completion. We're completing cycles. It's going to be a year of transformation for many of us. We're going to be doing inner and outer reflection. We're going to have major spiritual growth. The last time we had a 9 year was in 2017. So if you think back to what you were doing and what happened in 2017, I know we moved out here in 2017, so it really was an end of a cycle for us living in Minnesota. Um, so as 2024 draws to an end, I would encourage you to really just take some time, and this too is just, it's a gift that you can give yourself, and just really let go of everything that you don't want to carry into 2025. And letting go of this heaviness, this crud, is going to allow new people, new opportunities to come in for 2025. I also encourage you to do your intentions, and there too, I just encourage you don't have to do them. And intentions, by that, I just mean, just things that you want to bring into your life, your dreams, your wishes, and you can write them down if you want. I always write them down, and I put them somewhere where I can see them. And also, I think it's really good as we close down 2024 is to write down our gratitudes and all that we have to be grateful for, because we have so much. I mean, some of us in this community have been through it, boy. We have been in the thick of it, many of us. And so being grateful for those moments that we made it through and whatnot, and just being grateful. And yeah, clearing out garages and our spaces and cubbies and drawers, and you know cleaning our floors and our surfaces, and just getting rid of any clutter and dust bunnies, and shaking our rugs, and I always sage or Palo Santo the house, either right on New Year's or day before New Year's. Just I open up the windows, and I do a whole clearing on the whole house, and then on everybody in the house too. Um, I'm also I'm also working on right now, and I'll just share this with you. I have 3 vision boards, and so I just recently started updating and working, taking a look at them, because there's things on my vision boards that have already come into fruition. So it's important to take those things off and then add new things to your vision boards. Um, and I have one here and I have two over there. And so I keep them where I can see them too. And I think that's, one of the important things about having vision boards, to have them somewhere where you can see them. And you can even, if you do your gratitudes and your intentions, you can even just pin them on your vision boards, or you can stick them on your wall or mirror or somewhere where you can see them. Closets. Yeah. Yeah, I started mine the other day, and it's gonna take it's gonna take a little bit, but I'm diving in. Oh, Sally, that's amazing. Yes, get rid of that stuff. Oh my gosh. Getting rid of that stuff, Sally, is going to really, really, really make a difference on you, because that's some heavy stuff there. So that'll be good. I'm so happy to hear that you're doing that. So yeah, that is what I have for 2025. My wish for you is that you are blessed with so many miracles and blessings, and that I love and appreciate and honor all of you. And I thank you guys for being here. And one of my intentions I will share with you for 2025 is I will be putting out more content. I will be on doing more healing videos and having guests on. And so that is one of I'm sharing with you one of my intentions for 2024 25. That was one of my intentions for 2024. And I did have a guest on. So this year it's going to be I'm going to work on it a little bit harder. So thank you. I love you guys, and we will see you all soon.